From homeless to millionaire. How a library saved his life. What happens when your life collapses overnight? What do you do when the only thing between you and the cold pavement is your own will to survive? This is the incredible true story of Daniel Reed. Once a homeless teenager on the streets of Columbus, Ohio. Now the founder of a $10 million tech startup helping people climb out of poverty. And it all began in the quiet corners of a public library. Daniel wasn't born poor, but he wasn't far from it either. He was raised in a single-wide trailer on the edge of town. His mom, Cheryl, worked double shifts at a nursing home. His dad, gone before Daniel was out of diapers. Despite the struggle, Daniel was smart. He loved puzzles. As a kid, he fixed broken radios and took apart phones just to see how they worked. Teachers called him gifted, but he never believed it. Then, at 17, Cheryl was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. 6 months later, she was gone. Daniel tried to keep it together, moved in with his older sister, took a job unloading trucks. But grief is a silent killer. He stopped showing up, started sleeping all day. One morning, after weeks of tension, his sister yelled, "You either pay rent or get out." So he left. No money, no ID, just a backpack and a hoodie. For the first few nights, he crashed on a friend's couch, then a car, then the sidewalk. In the middle of a brutal Ohio winter, Daniel slept behind a fast food dumpster. He wrapped himself in garbage bags to stay warm. He ate cold fries thrown out at closing time. He stole packets of ketchup just to feel something in his stomach. Some nights he wandered into gas stations just to feel warmth for 5 minutes. He was invisible, the kind of person people avoid eye contact with. But every morning, there was one place he went where no one judged him: the Columbus Metropolitan Library. At 9 a.m., the doors opened, and he walked in like it was his job. To the staff, he was just another quiet guy who stayed all day. To Daniel, it was the only place where he felt human. He used the public computers for hours. No one asked questions. One day, out of boredom, he typed, "How to make money online," into Google. Clickbait, scams, surveys, drop shipping. Then a single line on Reddit caught his eye. "If you can learn Python, you can change your life." He had no idea what Python was, but he clicked. Then another link, and another. That day he learned about code, how websites work, how apps are built. It clicked in his brain like a puzzle from childhood. And best of all, it was free. From that day forward, Daniel treated the library like boot camp. Every morning, breakfast at the shelter. 9 a.m., library. 12 p.m., YouTube tutorials. 3 p.m., free ebooks on coding. 6 p.m., practice problems. He taught himself for 7 hours a day, every day. No classes, no teachers, just discipline, pain, and hunger. 8 months in, Daniel built his first real project, a budgeting tool designed specifically for people with unstable income. Like him. He named it Daily Dollar. It helped people track cash, set micro goals, and even calculated how long someone could survive on their current funds. He uploaded it to GitHub, posted it on a subreddit, and walked away. 3 days later, he checked his inbox. 27 emails. One said, "Hey, are you accepting donations? This tool changed my life." Another, "I'm homeless too. This app gave me control." He created a PayPal button. By the end of that week, he had received $700, more than he had seen in 6 months. Daniel used that money to rent a tiny room in a men's shelter with Wi-Fi. It was barely 9 square meters, smelled like mold, and had no heat. But it was his. He doubled down. He added features: a debt tracker, emergency mode alerts, weekly reports with motivational messages. He started sharing his story on coding forums. He didn't hide the fact he was homeless. People supported him. Some even offered mentorship. One of them, a retired Google engineer named Carl Rivera, started calling him Weekly. Carl helped Daniel improve his code, clean up bugs, and understand business models. Soon, Daniel launched Daily Dollar Pro, just $2.99 a month. By the end of the year, he was making $6,000 a month. By 2023, Daniel applied to a tech incubator in Austin, Texas. They flew him out, his first flight ever. He pitched his vision in a borrowed suit, hands shaking, voice cracking. But they said yes. With $100,000 in funding, he officially launched his company, Dollar Root Incorporated. He hired 2 developers, both of whom had also experienced homelessness. They didn't just write code, they understood the pain. They built features banks didn't care about, like food stamps tracking, bus fare budgeting, and crisis planning. Soon, media caught on. Articles titled, "The Startup Born in a Library. From Bench to Boardroom, the Daniel Reed Story." By 2025, he had 2 million users and over $10 million in revenue. And yet, he never forgot where it began. One morning, dressed in a clean jacket and new shoes, Daniel walked back into that same library. The librarian didn't recognize him at first, but when he handed her a check for $100,000, her jaw dropped. He didn't want applause. He just asked quietly, "Can I sit in the same seat?" It was still there. Same monitor, same dusty chair. He sat down, opened his old email account, and cried. Not because he made it, because he almost didn't. Daniel's story is proof. You don't need privilege, or luck, or connections. You need grit. You need a place to start, like a public library. And you need to believe that rock bottom isn't the end, it's just the start of something.